I want to give you language for what some of you may be experiencing right now, at least those that I am called to and assigned to in this season with that second group of people for marriage restoration. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the first group and the second group, refer back to my video. I believe I titled it, You Will Be Like God to Them. So those that are in that second group, many of you may feel like God is doing things out of order, but his order is not our order. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are above our thoughts. And this is what Holy Spirit is showing me. So some of you, he may be testing you, allowing you to be triggered. Thank you, Holy Spirit. He may be triggering you. He may be poking at you. He may be revealing certain things or stirring certain things up in you in different areas. Like maybe your children are agitating you in a way. Maybe they're beginning to agitate you on the job. Maybe certain opposition and pushback that you're getting with the business. This is why he's doing it this way. Because if it's the children, if it's the job, if it's the business, if it's the ministry, whatever it is, he's training you in that area to have patience. He's training you to continue to have a positive outlook and a positive mindset. Thank you, Holy Spirit. He's training you to continue to need him in those areas. They're not attacks. Many times we start feeling like, oh, the devil's attacking me here and this is being attacked here. God is like, that's me doing that. I'm poking at you there. I'm doing it it's not saying these areas you need to work on. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's more so these areas you need to allow him to help you work through. This is why. Because if he's teaching you patience, if he's teaching you to have a positive outlook and a positive mindset, despite what you see going on at the job, at home, like that type of thing, because he knows when he finally opens the door for that marriage restoration promise that he gave you, you will already be in a place to understand that that too is going to take work. He told, for instance, your job was going well, and all of a sudden now you got to put in all this extra work. You're getting this pushback. Your children, they're giving you a hard time now. It's requiring your patience. Like you have to be, thank you, Holy Spirit, extend more grace to them. That coworker, all of a sudden, 1 minute, for all these years they were fine, and all of a sudden now this coworker is, or this boss, thank you, Holy Spirit, I need you to do this. I need you to do this. Like you have to extend grace. You have to, kind of take heed to it. And it's not that you're allowing anyone to walk over you. He's just strengthening you in certain areas because he knows when this door opens, when I send your husband back home, when I send your wife back home, you're going to need the patience. You're going to need the grace. You're going to need to continue to seek me in this. You're going to need to have that understanding or that mindset. Thank you, Holy Spirit, that this too is going to take work. Remember, I said there's that first group of people that it looks like a lot of that work was complete by the time he allowed them to come back home. And then there's that second group of people where it's more of a Lazarus situation. They've been resurrected, but they're still bound. Remember, God is going to assign you, and he's preparing you and equipping you to unwrap them since they will be bound. But he's doing it in other areas first. Are y'all following me? Other areas that don't even apply to your marriage. He's doing it in other areas first because he's teaching you. He's strengthening your faith. He's strengthening your obedience. He's strengthening you being sensitive enough in the spirit for his nudgings and his downloads. Even him pulling you back. Even him telling you, close your mouth. Don't say anything to your children. Close your mouth. Let your boss have that one. You're not taking L's. You're taking lessons, okay? So things look like you were praying about one thing, already going through hell with one thing, and you feel like hell is breaking loose in other areas. It's not hell breaking loose. It's God moving the chess pieces around. I see it in the spirit. He's moving your chess pieces around on the board. He's making strategic and intentional moves. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I hear meticulous also. God is very detailed. He's very meticulous. So where you think there is disruption, it's disruption, but it's not disruption from the enemy. It's God, again, just agitating some areas, touching some tender spots to say, hey, let me prepare you in these areas here because you're going to take heed to the preparation here. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Take heed to how he's moving things around. It looks like it's out of order right now. Like, God, I've been standing for this. I've been waiting on this. I've been believing for this. And now the devil is so busy and he acting a fool on my job and my children acting up and my money funny. Like you looking at like all these attacks are coming your way. Holy Spirit is saying these are not attacks. This is me basically training you in these areas because I know these areas is what's going to be necessary for when I open that door over there. So God, he's opening doors. They look like doors of opposition and maybe more affliction and all of that. That's not what it is. He's opening these doors for preparation. He's opening these doors for you to receive. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I see it in the spirit like a video game. And I think I've spoken about this analogy once before. So before you can make it to level 10, say your marriage restoration is level 10. Before you can make it there, level 1, there's some extra lives, some strength, some tools, some coins, something you got to get from level 1. When you make it to level 2, like everything that you're getting from these different levels on the video game is preparing you for the big level on level 10. Does that make sense? So these things that you're enduring in your level 1, and your level 5, and your level 7, and your level 9, all of that is making you stronger, it's making you bolder, it's making you wiser, it's making you more obedient, it's making you more disciplined, it's making you sharper. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's grooming you, it's making you prepare. So when level 10 opens up, everything that you've gotten that you thought were just different attacks, everything that you've gotten is going to be necessary for level 10. Level 10 is coming whether you are expecting it or not, whether you believe it or not. Level 10 is going to come. But the true question is, will you be prepared when that door opens for level 10? And God is so God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Don't think you have to go through levels 1 through 9 before he opens up 10. He may see fit for you to go through levels 1 and 2, and then he opened up 10, and you're still going to have to go through 3 through 9. Does that make sense? Are y'all follow me? That's how Holy Spirit is showing it to me. So you may think, I got time to get my attitude right. I got time to get my mouth right. I got time to get my mood right. Like, I got time. Don't do that. You don't know when that level 10 is going to open. But what I want you to take away from this is these levels that you are being exposed to, these doors that the Lord is opening to you, get whatever necessary lessons, strength, tools, strategies, gifts, talents, whatever it is, get whatever that is necessary out of that. Because at any moment, he may open up your level 10. You want to be ready for it. My message yesterday, one of the messages yesterday, thank you, Holy Spirit, was be ready. So even though I said you got to go through these levels before level 10, with God, he corrected me on that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. With God, that 10 can come at any moment. You may be at level 1 and then he sees fit to throw level 10 in there as well. So just be ready. Get what you need to get. Receive what you need to receive. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Learn what you need to learn. Go through what you need to go through. Endure what you need to endure. Sit in what you need to sit in. Be quiet what you need to be quiet in. Watch what you need to be watchful in. Whatever God is expecting of you, whatever is coming up against you, be the best at that, because at any moment, your level 10 will be open to you, but will you be ready for it?